You already know what game it is with this cute, playful music. Hey everyone, it's Pandity here and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, in our last episode, if you didn't check it out, make sure to peep that things. The baby girls all listened to my poem. Two didn't like it. That was was it Yuri? Yeah, Yuri and Natsuki. They didn't quite like my poem, but Sayori over here and the baby girl Monica digged my writing. Everybody did give me some helpful criticism to help me on my path to get better at being a member. But Natsuki and Yuri did have a little bit of a fight, which they involved me in, and I wanted nothing to do with that. Anyway, guys, let us see if in today's episode we will finally see the psychological scariness of this game. So, let's get right on to it. Another day passes and it's time. Hey, the music is so cute. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Pandity. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. There was also like some weird tension between me and Sayori, but I was rude to her. I was really rude to her. I done told her she's not gonna get a boyfriend. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Oh, that's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh, Sayori trying to make us pay. Okay, Sayori, I see you. Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and opens it. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. I'm actually so rude. Oh, the baby girl Yuri sliding in there to laugh at my whack jokes. Yuri suddenly giggles. Oh, that's what. That was me. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Panda to let me borrow some money. Yo, maybe I'm also broke in these streets, you know? You don't know what I'm dealing with. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Yuri done got me involved in their fight. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Ooh. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Damn! I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Oh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't help much, but it's fun. But it's a fun side to you. Of you. Oh, my bad. There's no way you can think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Why does nobody just speak like... She even messed up. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club room before she even told me. Oh, but you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. And I wouldn't have. I would not have come. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh, someone hit her. Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. I also want a cookie. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Yo, this girl. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite from her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Ah, jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why'd you think I gave you that one? Fine. I mean, be grateful enough that you got a cookie. The rest of us, me and Yuri, are looking at each other like... Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Did Monica get murdered on the way? No. I don't think that's how the story is gonna go. But I'm trying to bring out the scare, Why did I do this? That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Sayori! Sometimes the things just go over her head. Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Something is suspicious here. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Why does she keep looking at me? Like, am I supposed to help her? I also want to hear her play piano. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Panda. Monica smiles sweetly. Guys, maybe Monica is feeling me, man. Actually, why do I only have the option to impress, like when I'm writing poetry, right? To impress Natsuki, Yuri, and Sayori. Why doesn't she have a little character there? I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back on her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. So why have I not started reading this book is what I need to know. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Hey. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. She wants to reread, so her and I can have a dope discussion. So why, again, have I not started reading the book? Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by all these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts falling apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Why do I feel like that is pointing to what is popping off here? I have to choose one particular person. I feel like, because Natsuki got really mad, guys. She got really upset. I thought she was about to start killing us in this classroom for, nobody picking her side. So I low-key feel like, is that what's gonna, I have to ruin relationships to choose the one? Which I mean, it does kind of make sense. Because if like Monica, for example, likes me, right? Okay, I'm going off. But if Monica likes me and I choose Yuri, Monica's obviously gonna be hurt. Sayuri, she'll be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Cute girls, cute music, cute everything. Ooh, we just writing poetry in the literature club. And you know, meanwhile, everything is gonna go to hell. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Panda T? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Guys, please pay attention because I'm paying particular attention to this section because every time Yuri chats, I feel like she's telling me what is going to happen in the game. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's because she's shy. My character has no game. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, all right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, now we made her embarrassed. Shame. Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book. Between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Look now, the romance is blooming, guys. The romance, I don't know if it's blooming, but I feel like this always happens in the animes, you know. Something cute always happens that makes the person realize, ooh, I kind of like them. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? She looked at me with I don't even notice that. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Oh, she gave me a little smile. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it at my own volition. Woo! We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of you in some of your mannerisms. I see. Hey. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Panda T, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. I'm an idiot. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Yo, Monica came like she sensed the room. I think it's about time to share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is it all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right, I guess I'll have to do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first few chapters in your own time. All right. Okay, let's get to the poem reading. Let's get to the poetry reading, because today I'm confident that people are gonna like my poem. Well, Sayuri and Natsuki aren't gonna like my poem. Yuri is gonna love my poem. I'm very confident in this. I make a mental note of where I've left in the book. Then I slip it back into my bag. Okay, let's go. Let's get to it. Okay, so it seems like this is how the episode is gonna go. It's like you chat to a specific baby girl in the beginning, and then you read the poetry from the night before. So let's start with Sayuri as always. Oh, I like this one, Panda T. Sayuri just likes everything I'm creating here. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Panda. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's just But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is pretty important of this whole thing. Okay, I want to read her poem today. I want to read Natsuki's poem. We're going to Natsuki straight after Sayuri. I want to see Natsuki's the dog who barks, the cat meows, the birds tweets. But I like to eat poetry. I can read my poem now, okay? Oh, you can read my poem now, okay? Yeah, the poems are getting longer, people. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle and keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel less a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottle. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust of my bottle caps. It does not feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf, I got lost. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all alone, I open up and in come my friends. In they come and sure in a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They are shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Oh my word! Holy crap! Sayuri, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, we're going straight to Natsuki because she's gonna hate our poem. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. Oh, okay. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good, but I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not... She got me. You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angst. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean oh, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. I think we need to impress Natsuki next poetry writing session, because I think I've really made her mad. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. All I feel is pain. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. She didn't let me read her poem! So Natsuki's gonna murder me in the end? Is that where this is going? Let's see what you've written for today. Look at her face, look how excited she is. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Panda, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining, and because I chose all the right words. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience with her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Ooh. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem that you wrote today with me? Because Natsuki said, screw you and your Yuri poem. Okay. Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was what? Oh my God, guys, this writing was a symptom. I keep doing this. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I'm cutting the cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pulverian conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I also do not understand these people's poetry. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Panda? Well, clearly all my anime and manga, because my character didn't want anybody hearing when Sayori was talking about that. Yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best way we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it is difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Hi again, Panda. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You'll never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right, great job, Panda. I was going in my head while reading it. It is really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct. I want to take some notes for future reference, guys. So we know. So Yuri, we know, likes the imagery. Okay, Sayori, she likes simple and direct words. You want to read my poem now? I most definitely do want to read your poem. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. Already the title. And it's long! The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard of turntable, like playing in on pizza crust, an endless poem. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What the hell is load me? What is this random message here at the end? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that, listen. My character needs to stop lying. I need to start having the choice to say whether I like the poem or didn't like the poem. It's just the kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Here's the tip of the day, guys. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change. I better save my game, guys. Why is she saying creepy things like this? You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Oh, she broke the fourth wall. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Guys, I don't know why I'm getting like... Because there's nothing like, like obviously scary yet. To me, at least. Maybe I'm just missing the point. Because of that, I just feel I'm nervous. Like, I'm starting to get nervous in anticipation. I don't know if y'all feel the same, but I'm starting to get like, can I just see what is scary? Because things are starting to like point towards horror happening, but nothing's happening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. So Yuri has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can hand out or give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. How did I know? Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry... Oh, I didn't think about that. We're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayuri is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayuri, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up the post? Oh, you didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. Ooh, but I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then that will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're in this club today. Don't you want to share with others, to inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know I do. Oh, I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't have much of a choice. Oh, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your own poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Monica got a point. Monica has some valid points here. Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Okay, I'm going to go through Monica's and then we're going to end it there. And we'll continue everybody else's. And then I don't know what's supposed to happen. I thought we were going straight into writing my poems. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Okay, let me save because baby girl is telling me I need to save. So, as I said, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. Things is getting tense, but then it like settles down. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that yet. Will the baby girls find out that my only reason being in here is to impress them? I'm not even in here for like proper reasons. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give me a thumbs up and a comment down below. I greatly appreciate it. If it is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you know when I'll be back. Until next time, see ya, guys. Sub. Yeah. Like. Share. Hit the bell